Unconditional self-acceptance is the core of a peaceful mind. Absolutely. When you accept yourself, you don't have to look for your approval out there. Good morning. My name is Kitt Depatie, and I'm your coach in a car. And today I'd like to start, I'm going to start a series of videos on the theme of being trapped in your story, because we're all trapped in our story. Everything's a story. I know you think, no, this is the truth, but everything's a story. Who you are in your business, who you are as a mother, who you are as a friend, who you are in connection to how you feel about success. Everything is a story. And it's not always so easy to change your story, but the more awareness you have around yourself telling your story, especially if they're making you feel limited, the better it is for you, because you can begin telling yourself a different story. And that's kind of what I really want to talk about, because our beliefs are our beliefs, but they come to us from our family, our friends, or institutions. Most of what you consider to be true didn't even originate in your brain. And a lot of these stories were passed down from generation to generation, and they're born of limitation and fear. Not because the people who came before you are awful people, it's because they felt limited. So people teach limiting beliefs, people teach empowering beliefs, and I'm just going to say that get around those people that are telling a bigger story, because that's where you want to head. That's where you want to put your sights. So let's pull a card based on this today, and let's see if this can resonate for you about your story. Here we go. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong love affair. Absolutely. So that is something that I think is going to help you create more empowering stories. Once you start to see yourself as an extension of light and love, as an extension of all that is possible and good, you're able to expand your life, your relationships, your career, whatever it is you want to do. This is all about self-acceptance. And a lot of us have stories that go against that say you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not rich enough, you're not thin enough, you're not anything enough. And all I'm going to say is it's just crap, and we all have it. And I just want us to become more aware of what these beliefs are, so that we can begin shifting the narrative, our own narrative, because that's all it is. So let's read self-acceptance. Unconditional self-acceptance is the core of a peaceful mind. Absolutely. When you accept yourself, you don't have to look for your approval out there. When you take care of you first, everyone benefits, your family, your friends, the world, by extension, because as energy beings, we radiate out. And we all know we've been around those people that radiate out a bunch of shit and crap and negativity, and you walk away and you feel like, oh, I just got slimed by that person. And, oh, you can't even, whatever. And then there's these people that just make you feel safe and empowered in their presence. And those are the people we want to hang out with, because those are the people that are going to support our better stories, our more powerful stories. Invest in yourself first. When you start acknowledging your worth, you will find it hard to stay around people who don't. This does mean our family and friends. Some of them just gotta go, because though they may love us, they may not. We get into these situations from all different ways. So a lot of people that are our friends sometimes started out one way, and it just develops, and we lose the energy for each other, and it's time to say goodbye. So self-acceptance first. Once you accept you for who you are with everything, and that means the ups, the downs, the overs, the outs, the good, bad, ugly, you will start to see who you are in the world and what you can offer, and it's all part of it. We're perfect internally as energy beings, but we're muddling through this life, and we're trying to figure out where we fit and how we fit and who we fit with. So today, make yourself a priority. Give yourself permission to say yes to you. That is so important. Be selfish, and that doesn't mean it's all about me. What it means is you take care of you, you fill this cup up, and then you have all this to give. And as you do this, you give other permission people to do it as well. And that is super important. There's too many people walking around doing, and then they're bitching because they really don't want to be doing, but they don't know how to say no. And sometimes you just have to say no. No is a complete sentence. Self-love is the deliberate practice of taking responsibility for your needs and desires by creating your life in a way that honors them. It's not about me getting everything that I need first and you being out of it. It's about honoring yourself and taking care of your needs and not expecting other people to take care of your needs, because that's not their job. Their job is to take care of their needs. And if we all just did a little better job of figuring out what we need and getting that handled, there'd be a whole lot less nonsense going on out there. Number 2, learning to put yourself first is the first step. Make a list of your 10 best qualities. Acknowledge them. You have them. You're here, you're listening, you're learning, you're growing. That's one of them. Number 3, reject the media's idea of beauty and create your own. Happiness is something you are and comes from the way you think. Happiness is the journey. Happiness is the path. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. So all of these concepts that I'm talking to you about right now are stories. They're beliefs about how I want to run my life and how I want to help you to develop a way of living in the world that really honors you and those around you. So today, let's start getting out of our story. Let's start understanding that we're not stuck with what we came with, that we can change it anytime we want. It's all made up. It's all made up. And I'll tell you how you know this. Have you ever seen people that have, you think, the greatest job, the greatest life, the greatest everything, and they're complaining and moaning and groaning all the time? That's their story. But if they could see it a different way, they'd have a different story. So none of it is concrete. Everything is plastic to our thinking. So anyway, today, go out there. Be bold, be brave, be courageous, be you. And pay attention to that story. See you soon.